What's up, everybody? In shop this week, Steve Spurrier and a bunch of other surprises, so come on, check out episode 1. All right, so hey everybody, it's Jameel here at the Meelypops Shop. I'm here with the one and only, the head ball coach, Steve Spurrier. We're doing a signing here in the shop. If you don't know, Coach Spurrier is pretty much Florida football. He won the Heisman in '66, played back in the day, and played all the positions really, punted, kicked, threw, everything in between. And he's opening a shop, not a shop, but a restaurant here in the summer of this year. So we're super excited about it. He's here doing a signing. We got autograph stuff that will be available at the restaurant. So Coach, tell me a little bit about Spurrier's Gridiron Grill.
Well, first of all, I'd like to tell people why I'm here.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of cards that I've had up for over the years, and Meelypops, the shop here, they sell autograph cards, posters, pictures, helmets. They got it all here. So if you're into memorabilia, this is the place to come.
Thanks, man.
Right up here off 39th. What's the name of the street we're on?
Oh, we're on 39th Avenue, right behind Walgreens. It's 91st Street. Yep.
Yeah, a little bit about the restaurant. We'll actually have a lot of these cards and so forth at the restaurant also. We plan to open by June the 1st, maybe late May. Celebration Point here in Gainesville. So hopefully people will enjoy fine dining and a lot of memorabilia from my days, a little bit as a player, mostly as a coach though. But anyway, that's why we're here at the shop today. We've got the validators to make sure I signed all these stuff, and it'll be available here as well as our restaurant later on. So that's why we're here at Meelypops today.
And we appreciate it. Go check out Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. It's really a restaurant and a museum, right, Coach? We're gonna have a lot of your stuff up in the
It'll have a lot of memorabilia from my days here at college at Florida through my coaching career. So, but the restaurant's going to be first class and one of the best, I think, in the South. We're really looking forward to having that open at least by June the 1st. Go Gators!
Go Gators, baby!
Citrus Bowl in 2011.
I don't have ink colors.
It was the 66th Citrus Bowl of all time.
Wow.
We're playing Nebraska, and we're trying to win our 11th game for the first time in school history at South Carolina.
Yeah.
And we're driving to the ballpark, and they said the high today is going to be 66 degrees.
You said just name, but it has that on
And
top.
I played in 66.
That's crazy.
66 is one of my numbers, yeah.
That's your lucky number.
I said, we can't lose today, boys. This was a fun game here.
Yeah, that was the game. Was that the game you ran the two quarterbacks?
Yeah.
Yep. What's the other guy's name?
Noah Brandeis.
Brandeis. Yep.
Brandeis and Dougie.
Dougie.
Yep.
So we just finished the Spurrier signing, which is really awesome. You know, we had the head ball coach here, the guy who's founded everything in Gainesville, 1966 Heisman, 1996 coaching the national championship Gators, the first team we ever had to win the national championship. This little card shop, you know, we get a chance to do all that, which is so unique. It's so fun. I think he had a good time. We're partnering a little bit with the shop, the sports card shop, with his restaurant. You never thought 2 years ago when we started this shop that we'd be doing that kind of stuff, but we are. It's really dope. It's just it's experience. It brings excitement in the shop. I know we're under all these COVID guidelines, so this is a private signing, but in the future, you know, we might be able to do public signings like this, and just it just really opens up, I think, the shop to more. We're not just doing cards, right? Meelypops is sports cards, collectibles, autographs, memorabilia. It's all that in one. We're looking to do more of that. You know, just yesterday, Sam Presti, the GM of the OKC Thunder, comes through the shop, Today's Spurrier, you know, tomorrow, who knows, you know? So it's just something to look forward to. Another thing I love is that we get a chance for the staff to get to do this stuff, to get excited about, you know, what we're doing beyond just sorting cards and grading cards and selling cards. You know, they get to interact with Coach Spurrier, you know? Guzman's a big Gator fan. Brian's grown up in Gainesville. You know, Meredith is always known as we were here in college. So it kind of brings it full circle for us. Just love it. I love the fact that we can do more of this stuff. Looking forward to doing more. Meelypops as a shop is not just a card shop, right? We're doing kind of a little bit of everything. So that's a wrap for the Spurrier signing. He's a good dude. Go check out his restaurant if you can. It's coming up in a few months here in Gainesville, Florida. One thing we didn't highlight in the inside is that we actually have his 1966 Heisman original ticket. It's unperforated, and he came to me and said, Jameel, can you get this, you know, slab so we can put in the restaurant? So it's really cool. I get tasked to be a part of history with college football. We'll go and take that, get that pedigreed with PSA, then we'll send it back to us and we'll get it in the restaurant. So having little things like that we get to be a part of is really fun, and yeah, appreciate it. So that's a wrap for the Spurrier signing. Go Gators, baby.
Uh-oh. Who's it gonna be, guys?
Who we got? Green?
Who's it gonna be?
You already pulled the Reina.
Already pulled a Reina.
What else could you get?
Aaron Martin.
Give it to him!
Oh, yes, sir! Boop, 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 boop.
That's huge, a Reina
To
and a Holland.
99, Erling Holland. Goose Magic is back,
Is that
baby.
Who got
Fresh cards. My man Alex.
Some in hard cases, dude.
Yes,
Congratulations.
sir!
No, I just posted on the top.
Goose Magic is back, baby.
Let's see it. Space.
Holy cow. I just needed to get some knowledge in real quick, guys.
So one thing that's really cool about the shop that we don't really talk about a lot is these kind of images that we put out. So in 2018, the sports card market was very different than 2021 February. We have these images out here of cards, and I was thinking, man, I gotta put something up that's gonna last, it's gonna hold value. So in 2018, I remember this card is a PSA 10, this Mike Trout, I think was like, I wanna say 800 to 900 bucks, when you guys know that's pushing, what, 7,000, 8,000 now? This is a Durant refractor. I remember I sold this card later for, I think, 800 bucks. I think that card in a 9 right now is close to 7,000. You have the LeBron iconic Topps white jersey. That Topps card was 100 bucks back then. The Brady Chrome, he just won the Super Bowl. PSA 10s that are doing 25,000 or some crazy number. The Jeter SP, the Griffey 89, the Manning Chrome. I just think it's really funny to see how far the card market has gone. And every time we drive up to the shop, I look at this and I'm thinking, man, like, wow, this was just 2 years ago, and these cards were so affordable, and now they're just massively traded. They're treated like commodities, all the PSA grade. And it's kind of funny to think where we've come in the sports car world in just 2 years. Yeah, these 7 cards, they probably, I'm just looking at it, just eyeing it, in 2018, you know, was definitely less than 5K. I don't even know if you could get 1, 2, 3, and these are, you can't even get any of these cards for 5K in PSA 10 anymore. Just a really cool kind of journey that we've had with the card shop, and hopefully we'll keep this window up for a while. This is massive card. That's worth, the PSA 10 is 400,000.
No way.
PSA 10 of this is $500,000. I have one of these, PSA 10 is 40,000. But when I put these up, they weren't those prices either. Another cool side of, you know, our stores, these images we have outside, I talked about our sports cards before. This is our, like, the Pokemon wall, and I call it put gaming cards. I guess the better word would be trading cards. It's really funny to think about what this market has done in the last year. So right here is the Pokemon Holy Grail, right? The first edition Charizard PSA 10. If you have it in a 10, when I started the shop, you probably could have picked those up for 10 to 12,000. The last sale of that, I think, was 375,000. The Pikachu Illustrator card, which I had a chance to buy in 2018 as a BGS 7. I had a chance to buy this card for 30K, and I was like, no, that's way too much. I think a PSA 10 of this or 9 just at $500,000 or something like that. So these cards that we have up, these were the 2 Pokemon cards that I thought would be the most iconic. And it's funny, you know, 2.5 years later they are. I think this card still has a lot of room, but the first edition Blue Eyes White Dragon out of Yu-Gi-Oh, which a lot of you know, have some nostalgic elements to Yu-Gi-Oh. A lot of people collected it. And this card now is pushing as a 10, I think 40K. You know, I remember I had that card as 1K and I almost sold it. And that was 2.5 years ago. It's wild to think like how far we've come in the gaming world, the whole nostalgic element. Pokemon, for you people out there who think about investing in it, it's not going anywhere. I just saw Post Malone is doing a virtual concert for Pokemon on February later this month. I saw that the 25th anniversary is coming up. You have all these new games coming out with Pokemon. The new release is coming out, Shining Fates, this week for us. And it blows my mind how crazy the Pokemon world has gotten and how many people are just really inundated with collecting, grading, ripping packs, doing breaks online. Kind of unique to see this. It's funny driving up and seeing this every day and realizing how far the cards have come. So this is our vintage cards, symbology of the 3 cards we have on the wall here. And it's really cool. I was thinking about this. I own these 3 cards. I don't own them anymore. I remember selling this 52 Mantle Bowman a long time ago for a little bit of money, and seeing where the vintage card market has come to. Looking at these images on the side of our wall, the vintage card market is really starting to see the peaks now in the PSA 10 rookie cards. What's unique for me is I look at this stuff and I think about it. Cards are here to stay. They keep growing. You got the Unitas rookie card, you got the Mantle, and you have the Jackie Robinson. That's not the rookie, but you have some really unique cards. People love the imagery, and I think it's cool when people drive up and they can see these images. Brings back a lot of nostalgia. A lot of people now are buying these at huge prices. So just 2.5 years in the card market, whether it's modern, gaming, or vintage, you can't go wrong. And that's really, we've just been blessed in the shop to see this growth. Been really cool. Here it is, auto! Oh, Justin Jefferson round ball. Rookie roundup. Woo, baby! So like, this is part of the shop, right? Grading. We have to take cards from the low end in the raw, which is like this, and then we have to convert these into hopefully high grade PSA 9s and 10s. That's the whole hope in this. And it takes a lot of work. This is a basic card, right? Here's a stack of, I don't know how many Gronkowskis this is, but this is Rob Gronkowski Donruss rated rookie 2010. And just as is, the card's probably worth, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 bucks right now in the market. They just won the Super Bowl. But PSA 10s of this go for about 100 bucks. So you can see the markup on that. So what I'm doing is I'm just looking for cards that I think are worth grading. So like this one, I don't think is grade worthy. I'm looking at a card, take it out of the sleeve. These are cards that are bought raw in a collection. You know, I'm looking at the coloring, the edges, the corners are so important on these cards. This is a white corner, so it's harder to catch it. But down here, you got a blue corner. And so the blue corner down there looks pretty nice. The card looks a little centered, but you can't see it with the camera, but there's a little ding in this this corner. So like for me, that's probably a PSA 9 card. So then I say to myself, Jameel, is it worth grading it for 10 bucks, and in 1 year will this be worth a PSA 9? And so my answer is yes. So then I put it in a little pile, and I just keep going. I literally just keep going through these cards, and you have to reason that. So again, here's another one. You look at it. Edge is a little bit worse. Sometimes you can take a little microfiber cloth and work this stuff out. Again, this looks like a 9, maybe a 10, right? So I'm looking at the corners, just going through it. And I put it always in a brand new sleeve, and stacks. And then, of course, we take these cards, put them in semi-rigids, which we call here, and then we send them off to grading. I just did some chromes. These are 2010 Gronkowski chromes. And you're looking at centering, right? You're looking at what they look like. The card to me is probably, I don't know, 60-40 left to right, a little bit better top to bottom. But knowing PSA and their standards, you know, grading on a centering is not that big a deal if it's off just a little bit. So like those cards, I think will get 10s, which I have there. So again, just this, I know it's very methodical, but you're looking at everything when you look at a card, right? This is key on these is dark corner. How's that corner look? You know, you go around, the card looks pretty good. And this actually, this lot came from a big purchase I just made just this past weekend. You know, a guy sold me his whole collection in Orlando, and I simply bought, I don't know, 70 boxes of cards. You know, about broke my back taking it up and down the stairs, but this is the way you work and you kind of make money. And so these will get sent to PSA, and these will probably go in the bulk turnaround. That's about a year. These will go in like a 20-day turnaround. These will come back hopefully within, you know, maybe 4 months, 5 months, and then I have 10-day too. I'll show you some cards that failed and why I fail them, because I think this is key to these cards. So like when you're looking at cards, you're always looking at different things, and like here's a Kamara Chrome rookie. It looks fairly centered. It looks pretty good, but like you look on the back, you can see some corner issues. There's an edge issue there, and then on this one you can see some dimples and some other stuff. So like on a card like this, you're probably not going to want to grade it because it's going to get an 8. So you have to look at so many different factors. And I mean, this is going to be redundant. We're going to keep talking about it. Here's Tyler Hero. Looks awesome. Top to bottom centering is not the greatest. But then when you flip it over, you have these massive imprint lines on the back. So there's no reason why you grade this. Now, these cards aren't damaged. These cards are what I would consider near mint cards. And there's a market for that. There's a market for cards that are not gradable, but still somewhat mint, you know?
And the auto is LaMelo Ball Rookie Ink. I was wondering because I knew he was a redemption. LaMelo Ball Rookie Ink. Look at that.
Woo! Big
Bang!
hit. Who hit it? Who hit it?
Free pack going to T-Money 21.
T-Money with a LaMelo Ball.
Rookie Ink Auto. Holy cow.
There you go.
Woo!
40,000.
Bang, 40K. Hey, my name is Aaron Nowak, and I am the CEO and founder of Slabtsox Sports Card Trading. Today, I'm at Meelypops Shop down here in Gainesville, Florida, and Jameel and I have been doing some videos. So Jameel is one of our YouTube content creators. He runs a once-a-week Meelypops episode where he talks about the sports card market, different things going on, different things he's doing in it, and he also invited me down here to do an Instagram live Q&A. But not only that, I also ran a Slabtsox Breaks out of his break room where he does Mealy Madness about once every 2 weeks, and I got to sit in his throne and break some cards. I hit a LaMelo Ball autograph out of 2 boxes of hoops, which is quite crazy. $1,000 card, and it was actually a giveaway, but really excited to be down here. This is my first time here with Jameel, and I've known Jameel for quite some time now, definitely almost 2 years, and I'm thrilled to be here. It's an amazing shop. The wax wall behind me is incredible. He's got offerings up the wazoo, and really this is going to be a great place for the foreseeable future for collectors to come, meet each other, talk cards, trade, anything. You know, I hope to be back here a lot in the future.
So I got to hang out with Aaron today at the shop, and like, this is so cool because I think Aaron, we probably started doing what we're doing like the same time.
Yeah,
Right.
2018, middle of 2018.
Literally, and like I knew Aaron, I didn't really know him, but he said he bought from me at the National in 2015, and like, I'm just thinking about like how cards have gotten so far and like what people consume with content, and like, Aaron is just an example of a young guy who cared about cards, collected, and now he has like a booming business, you know what I mean? And he's putting metrics out in education. So that's why I think the thing about the card shop is so cool is we work with people that want to teach people stuff. And so go check out Slabtsox when you get a chance. I think you're going to learn a lot. There was episode 1. Hopefully you liked it. You know, the whole point of the card shop show is to capture the hobby, to capture the whole community experience here, and to maybe teach some things to people about cards as well. Episode 2 is coming out next week, March 22nd, or 2 weeks, March 22nd. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. That's an LCS if you don't know, local card shop as well, baby. And make sure you set your notifications on as well. See you then.